I've actually got an assistant today. His name's Hank. I'll talk about him in a minute. But believe it or not, you're not too old. You're just too convinced. Age didn't stop you. Belief did. If you've ever thought, he's not talking about me, then I want you to keep listening, because today we're not just challenging the myth of too late to start. We're tearing it down with stories, with science, and with something more powerful than motivation. Proof. Today we're talking about returning to thrive. Today on the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast.
Welcome to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast
with Garrett Williamson.
Health, wellness, exercise, nutrition, and a whole lot more. Got questions? Call us and leave a message at 251-278-EDGE or message us at Personal Edge Fitness on Facebook and Instagram, at Team PE on Twitter, or personaledgefitness.com.
Welcome to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast. I'm Garrett Williamson, president of Personal Edge Fitness, your guide on this ongoing effort to challenge what you've been told about getting older. I have with me today my new adoptee. His name is Hank, and he may be interjecting a little bit, so please forgive him, but he'll, I'm sure, add something to the show. But if you have any questions about this episode or anything related to fitness, nutrition, longevity, or how to live your level of wellness, just give us a call at area code 251-278-EDGE. That's 251-278-3343. You can also message us at Facebook and Instagram at Personal Edge Fitness, or visit us at personaledgefitness.com. Now, when most people hear the phrase, it's never too late to start, they're picturing somebody in their 40s, maybe 50s, a little soft around the middle, sure, but still mobile, still active, just out of the gym habit. Believe it or not, that's not who I'm talking about today. Today, I'm talking about people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, centurions. I'm talking to people who've been told to slow down, the people who are using walkers, the ones who have been through surgeries, maybe living in a retirement home or dealing with a long list of medications. The people the world has politely decided to stop expecting anything from. Well, I've got good news for you. Those expectations, they're wrong. They're a lie. And I'm not saying that based on blind optimism. I'm saying that because of what the science tells us and what I've seen with my own eyes. Back in 1990, Dr. Maria Fatterone and a team at Tufts University did something radical. They took a group of frail nursing home residents, average age was 87, and put them on a high-intensity resistance training program. These weren't active seniors. These were individuals already classified as debilitated. Many were using walkers or needed assistance with basic tasks. Now, after just 8 weeks, 56 days, 8 weeks, these individuals gained measurable strength, improved their walking speed, and climbed stairs more easily. They built muscle mass. They rebuilt ability in less than 2 months. Then you've got the work done at the Cooper Clinic in Dallas. Now, if you're familiar with the podcast, you hear me talking about the Cooper Clinic all the time. They ran a study with 200 seniors. Average age was 70 years old. Participants did just 11 basic strength training exercises over the next 6 months. That's it. If you're sitting down, many of those exercises you could do in that chair. And the result? A 50% increase in muscle strength. And this isn't a one-time success story. Dr. Cooper repeated this same study with people in their 80s, in their 90s, and even in their hundreds, and got the exact same results. You don't typically hear about that, do you? You typically hear about, well, that person was able to stand up, or they were able to use their walker, or they could bounce the balloon back and forth. No, we're talking about 50% muscle gain. This is significant. We've confused survival with success. We've accepted that just getting around is the gold standard. But I'll tell you, functioning is not the finish line. Thriving is. In fact, a 2022 meta-analysis by this fantastic scientific group looked at strength training in people over the age of 75. And guess what? Even short duration programs resulted in hypertrophy, growth of muscle. That's significant. These weren't elite programs. They were just consistent effort. The only time the results started to fade was when people stopped training longer than they've been training. if you do that with a sports team of teenagers, you're going to see the same debilitation. At Personal Edge Fitness, we see this all the time. Clients who arrive with a cane, a walker, in a wheelchair, unsure if they even belong in a gym. Many times their goals are, I just want to walk better. I just want to exist longer. I might want to eventually get out of this wheelchair. 6 months later, they're walking stairs, lifting weights, playing with the grandkids. I've seen more courage in a 91-year-old picking up dumbbells than a 21-year-old glued to a couch. If you're listening to this and you're thinking of a friend, a parent, maybe even yourself, someone who's been told that's just how it is now, give us a call. Let us help you or someone you care about get started. We not only train the body, we restore belief. Aging didn't break your body. Neglect did. But the truth is, your ability didn't vanish. It just is waiting to be reactivated. If someone can gain 50% more muscle in 6 months, would it matter if they're 90? Or would it matter if they tried? Don't downgrade your life to match your current ability. Upgrade your ability to match the life you want. Sadly, we see this a lot in the health industry. We see this a lot with personal trainers. We see them categorize this group of adults, this age group. And they inherently do this. They don't say it, but they inherently do this. They do it in their mind. They do it in the consult. They do it in their programming. Okay, there's a certain group of abilities we're going to take off the table. We're not even going to try for that. We're going to give up on that. And I'm going to get this person back to, I'm making up numbers here, but 10%, 20% better. Well, if you've got somebody like in these studies that saw 50% muscle gain in their 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s, or the study that used 87-year-olds, and you see within 8 weeks they're walking better, they're climbing stairs, trust me on this. We've got studies to back it up. That person is on a track, unless they've got some debilitating injury, something that they cannot come back from. They're missing a knee. That person is on track to train for a 5K eventually. That person is on track to do a triathlon. They're on track to enter a strength contest. I'm serious. The only thing that holds them back is their beliefs. Worse than that, the only thing holding them back, even worse than that, far worse than that, is what their health professional may be telling them. Trust me, the science is there. That age does not dictate that. And instead, at that point in your life, or in somebody else's life, somebody you may know, your parents, your grandparents, a friend of yours, at that point in your life, don't just seek to manage. You want to live your level of wellness. Hey, look, you might not be, they may not never want to do a 5K. Fine, I get you. But don't let anybody tell you can't, because it's a lie. It's an absolute lie. Without an unforeseen accident, a disease, some kind of debilitating injury, without that, there's no other limitations whatsoever. Progress is far louder than age, and functioning isn't the finish line. Thriving is. If you have any questions about this podcast or any others, or if you have somebody that you know is in this territory, you know they're thinking this way, if they are just barely open to at least a conversation, give us a call. Whether they work with us or not, if we can just change their mind, change their thinking about this, give them some tips, tell them some stuff they can do at home, give them hope. Give us a call at 251-278-3343. That's 251-278-EDGE. Reach out to me personally, Garrett at personaledgefitness.com. That's our website, personaledgefitness.com, Facebook. You know how to get in touch with. And please, I heavily encourage you. Of course, it helps us, but it may help somebody else out there. Share this podcast. Like, subscribe to it. This is what we talk about. This is what we stay on. The ridiculous concept of the lie of age. I'm tired of it limiting people. I'm tired of it being seen that way. Remember what I said. Progress is louder than age, and functioning isn't the finish line. Thriving is. And thriving is just one more way we at Personal Edge Fitness help you live your level of wellness. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast with Garrett Williamson. Subscribe now and be a part of the show by calling 251-278-EDGE or message us on Facebook and Instagram at Personal Edge Fitness or at Team PE on Twitter, and visit us at personaledgefitness.com.